like us. They not like us. They not like us.
It go in,
When you
out,
ride it,
do it slow.
slide.
Baby, you was slow.
I want this heart, boy, it's already broke. Told me everything she took. Oh, we'll be ordinary. You got me kissing the ground.
Why you always we're going up, 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 it's our moment. You better take it all. I sat alone in my tower, you were just honing your powers. Now
Before we begin, if you want to see music bios or more good videos like this, hit the subscribe button. And without further ado, on to our feature presentation. Welcome back, everyone. Today it's time for the annual ranking of all the songs that charted at number 1 on the Hot 100 in 2025. This year, not counting the Christmas song, we only had 9 number 1 hits compared to 16 last year. And I'm not sure if that's a good or bad thing. So yes, pretty much not going to be a long... Yeah, it looks like it's not going to be a long video this year. This year, number 1s included a Gaga duet, Travis Scott's Sales Gimmicks, Kendrick, more Kendrick with SZA, a Morgan Wallen pop duet, Alex Warren's Breakthrough, Sabrina Carpenter's Lost Plot, K-pop Demon Hunters, and Taylor Swift bailing out 2025. And once again, I'm going to be adopting the tier list format for this video. If you want to do your own tier list, I'll leave a link in the description. So without further ado, let's take a look at the hits, or lack thereof. Another thing I forgot to mention, I'll be using my year-end list that I used for the best and worst list that I used earlier this week. But for once, we're not starting with a number 1 holdover. When the new year began, Die With A Smile was able to top the charts. It did appear on my best list of 2024, and even though it topped the Billboard year-end list for 2025, it was ineligible on my year-end list as it was a 2024 holdover. And since it appeared on said list, there isn't really much else I could add. I'm putting this in the excellent tier. Does anyone remember that this song went number 1? Better question, does anyone remember this song at all? This one got the top spot due to a big sales in merch, but do you want to know what happened after its number 1 debut? It set the record from the biggest fall from number 1 as it fell to number 55. Billboard putting older charts on a paywall, that sucks. But let me just say there's a reason why this song is forgotten. Bad tier, let's move on. Would you believe the lone number 1 holdover from 2024 that went to number 1 was Not Like Us? It got there because of Kendrick's Super Bowl performance. Don't want to repeat myself. I don't think this needs any explanation. It's excellent tier, not even close. But while we're on the topic of Kendrick, the second biggest number 1 on Billboard, but the biggest on my year-end list. This was the longest running number 1 hit of 2025, but let me also say it was the lone chart topper to appear on my best list, where 2 of these appeared on my worst list, and we'll get into those. But overall, easily excellent tier, no debate needed. Tate McRae's first number 1 hit, but did she really have to work with Morgan Wallen to get there? One of 2 chart toppers that landed on my worst list, only got 1 week at number 1 thanks to his album release, and again, outside of the fan base, I don't think anyone will remember that this song went number 1. I'm placing this in the bad tier. Ordinary, Alex Warren's Breakthrough. If this was a Todd in the Shadows video, y'all know where this is going. But for me, I never thought this song was bad, because there was a bit of sentiment that I got, but over time, overplay was what got this to sour on me. Again, not going to call this the worst thing, but I'm placing this in the mid-tier list. Manchild is another song that didn't have the run it should have. Some of it had to do with the quality not being the same as, I don't know, Espresso or Please Please Please. But yeah, I agree that this was another song that appeared on my worst list. that appeared on that list on disappointment than being outright a bad song. Overall, I was going to put this in the bad tier, but I think it's more mid than bad. I'll just leave it at that. One of the biggest phenomenons of 2025 was that the year was dominated by a K-pop movie. A movie that I thought was pretty solid, if not great. However, I wish I had more connection with the music because Golden and pretty much the rest of the music of that whole movie was just okay for me. Sure, the song was catchy and I feel bad for the parents who had this song on loop for their children, but as a whole, the song itself is not bad, but I'm not going to put it on a pedestal for good either. Once again, mid it is. The most recent #1 hit, and for the third time in this series, the year ended on Taylor Swift getting the most distinct #1, joining Anti-Hero and All Too Well's Taylor's version. But this song feels like capitalism, a song that wrote her record-breaking Showgirls album. Radio's currently on board as of the writing of this, playing the remix variant game, in which I thought Billboard fixed its rules to carefully monitor these practices. I guess Billboard plays favorite when it comes to its own rules. I also noticed not a ton of people are in tune with this era of Taylor Swift. Me, sure it has signs of a bona fide smash, but if you dig a little deeper, it's not amongst the Taylor Swift specialty. In other words, it's another mid-tier cycle hit. That might be the theme for 2025. Mid as all hell, as that concludes this year's rankings. Yes, it's shorter than normal, but when you have just 9 distinct #1 hits, this is what happens. But tell me what you think in the comments below. What is the best #1 hit of 2025? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.